Welcome to Lowndes High School in Valdosta, Georgia. It's day 2 of the Florida-Georgia Challenge here on Schlick Sports, and the Creekside Knights will face the Hillgrove Hawks from Lowndes High School, a beautiful campus here in Valdosta, Georgia. The Knights, their third year in this challenge, their third year appearing in a game here at Lowndes, and the Knights have had some highlights over the years. Creekside has had at least one home run in each of their games at Lowndes, and some exciting matchups as well. They fell on this field last season to North Gwinnett and beat Florida Christian the year before. Creekside, in their first year participating in the Florida-Georgia Challenge, ended up facing off against this Hillgrove team, losing that game 7-2. The Knights, coming off of a loss yesterday against a tough Bishop Verot team, they'll look to bounce back and snap the 2-game losing skid today on Schlick Sports. But first, let's send you to the field for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Starting lineup of the Hillgrove Hawks. Leading off with center field, number 3, Avery Wilson. Batting second, playing second base, number 20, Alan Aguilar. Batting third, playing third base, number 22, Carson Pitt. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 7, Chase Hicks. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 6, Donovan Dortch. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 17, Daniel Parker. Batting eighth, playing left field, number 9, Bryson Hicks. Designated hitter, number 33, Max Wyman. Batting ninth, catching, number 15, Liam Manley. Pitching for Hillgrove, number 29, Tucker Bowen. Now the lineup for the Creekside Knights. Leading off, designated hitter, number 8, Hunter Schlegel. Batting second, playing third base, number 1, Parker Martin. Batting third, catching, number 3, Connor Belazic. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 7, Tavern Blanson. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 4, Zach Jackson. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 20, Jonah Levy. Batting seventh, playing center field, number 6, Michael Bishop. Batting eighth, playing second base, number 16, Anthony Romeo. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 2, Aiden Dinechi. We know the national anthem. Play the first game. Play ball.
Down, number 5, Gavin.
And it is time to play ball here on Schlick Sports, and those were the starting lineups, but they did not announce the man on the mound, Gavin Dupre for the Creekside Knights. Dupre, his brother Logan, started in Creekside's only other matchup with Hillgrove. Gavin looking to fare a little bit better. Gavin making his first start of the season, coming off of a nice appearance in relief against Providence in which he earned the save. He pitched 4 innings in that game, allowing no runs, 2 hits, struck out 2 while walking nobody. He did hit 1 batter. Dupre, a guy who throws quite a few strikes, but not as many, I should say, first pitch strikes. He's a guy that last season, 66% of his pitches were strikes, which is a good spot to be at the high school level. 62% were first pitch strikes. In his outing against Providence, 68% strikes, and his first pitch strike percentage was 25% lower. However, when he does get that first pitch strike across the plate, he was able to retire a stallion 83% of the time. Last year, 74% first pitch strikeouts. He's facing a Hillgrove team that's looking to get hot. They dropped their first 2 games. They've scored 7 runs over those 2. The Hawks, led by Avery Wilson, their center fielder. Wilson, the senior, a Kennesaw State commit. Kind of the headlining player on this team. First pitch from Dupre to Wilson is a strike, and we are underway. First pitch a little bit under an hour later than anticipated, as the previous game between North Gwinnett and Florida Christian. Funny enough, the 2 teams that Creekside faced in their previous 2 seasons at Lowndes ran into extra innings and was an interesting matchup. Had a benches clearing moment. Come back some late inning runs. Hoping for another exciting matchup here. A 1-2 is ripped to third. Stopped on a hop by Morton. Throw across the diamond in time for out number 1. Nice play in the hot corner by Parker Morton. Time now to hear the starting lineup for the Hillgrove Hawks. Avery Wilson just led things off. They're followed by Alan Aguilar and Carson Vick. Chase Hicks, the cleanup man for the Hawks, followed by Donovan Dorch and Daniel Parker. Rounding things out for Hillgrove, Bryson Hicks, Max Weenan, and Liam Manley. 1 away here in the top of the first. Full windup from Gavin Dupre. Gets that heater in there for a strike. Dupre, a sophomore, has a lively fastball. Topped out at 89 in his first start against Providence. Not something you see too often from sophomores. See the hook there from Dupre. Misses away. Fastball in on the hands, hit to short. Benechek fields. Throw is in time. 2 gone in the first.
Next up, number 22, Carson Vick.
It is a beautiful day here in Valdosta, Georgia. I came with a little too many layers. 59 degrees, feels nicer, a little warmer than that. Partly cloudy weather, beautiful day for baseball. Not much wind. Ball 1 to the third baseman, Carson Vick. The wind blowing at 3 miles an hour with gusts up to 9. Nothing that's really going to affect the game today. The 1-2 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Benechek gloves it. Throw on to first. In time, a good stretch from Tavern Blands it to retire Carson Vick, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for Gavin Dupre and the Creekside Knights. Creekside sets the Hawks down in order in the top of the first. First chance for the Knights coming up next on Schlick Sports. Time now to take a look at the starting lineups. First, the batting order for the Creekside Knights. The Knights are led off by that man right there, Hunter Schlegel. Schlegel followed by Parker Morton and Connor Belizik. Part of the order, Tavern Blanzett, Zach Jackson, and Jonah Leiby making his first start. 7, 8, 9 for Creekside, Bisham, Romeo, and Benachek. They're going up against Tucker Bowen out on the mound for North Gwinnett. Bowen, a junior, stands at 5'11", 155 according to Perfect Game. He's got a fastball in the low 80s along with a curveball and a slider, both in the 70s. This is a Hillgrove team that has given up quite a few runs in their first couple of games. They've been outscored in their first two, 17-7. The Hawks surrendered 11 runs in their loss last night. That came at the hands of John Carroll Catholic. As Hunter Schlegel, the DH, takes strike two, 0-2 the count. Full windup from Bowen. Puts one in the turf. 2-2. Lowndes has done a lot of work here on their athletic facilities in recent years. This turf on the baseball field was added in late 2021. This is its 4th season out here at Lowndes. Hunter Schlegel's been off to a fast start for Creekside. He's 4 for 9 at the plate early this season. Hits a hard grounder to short, throw to first in time to get Schlegel one away. Taking a look at the alignment on the field for Hillgrove. Out in the outfield, Bryson Hickson left, Avery Wilson in center with Daniel Parker in right. Carson Vick, the third baseman, with Donovan Dortch at short and Alan Aguilar at second. Chase Hicks at first with Liam Manley behind the plate. Parker Morton now up for the Creekside Knights. Morton takes ball one. He's been an on-base machine for the Creekside Knights during his tenure as a Knight. Grounds one back to short. Dortch gets his second out of the inning. Back-to-back ground outs to shortstop for Creekside, so 2 down, and Belizik to the plate. Belizik hitting .300 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. First pitch, curveball came too far up and in. Go, 1-0 up and in, catches the zone. A ball and a strike. Make it 2 balls and a strike. Bowen's pitch swung on and sent under the glove of the third baseman Vick into left field. It'll be a base hit for Connor Belizik. A 2-out knock gets a man on base for the Creekside Knights and gets it to Tavern Blanzett.
Number 7, Tavern Blanzett.
Blanzett 1 for 8 to start the year. Was phenomenal up at the plate for the Creekside Knights last year. Takes a called strike. Creekside's offense has had success over the years here at Lowndes. Scored 6 runs in each of their 2 games here in the past couple seasons. The Knights did face Lowndes, the actual team, in 2013. I'm not sure if that was home or away. But in these past 2 years, we've seen Sean Aschenfelder go deep twice. Michael Bysham sent one over the tall left field wall. 3-1 to Blanzett. Called strike 2. Runner on first with 2 away in the bottom of the first inning for Creekside. Blanzett at the plate, awaits the 3-2. Missed away, ball 4. Blanzett draws the walk. 2 aboard for the Knights.
Next up, number 4, Zach Jackson.
And that brings up Jackson. Zach put the ball in play 3 times yesterday. Couldn't get anything to drop. That one too far up and in. Caught Jackson on the shoulder, and the bases now loaded for Creekside with 2 away in the first. And Jonah Leiby up to the plate. Well, this is a spot that Creekside familiar with this season. They've loaded the bases a few times in their first 3 contests, and for the most part have been unable to make the most of it. They loaded the bases in the first inning yesterday against Bishop Verreau with nobody out. This one skied high in the air to left field. Battling the sun, a few different Hawks. They do make the catch. It was the center fielder Wilson, and that will end the inning. Creekside loads the bases with 2 outs in the first. Can't get anybody home. On to the second, scoreless from Valdosta. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Gavin Dupre climbs the bump for his second inning of work. Coming off of a 1-2-3 frame, 3 groundouts against the top of the order, and now 4-5-6 due up for Hillgrove in the second inning. Led off by the first baseman Chase Hicks. Takes one inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Out of the windup, Dupre fires. That one sent out to right. Libby calling for it, makes the catch. One away. And now let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Creekside Knights. Out in the outfield, Zach Jackson in left, Mike Bysham in center, Jonah Libby out in right. On the infield, across the diamond, Morton, Benechek, and Romeo, with Tavern Blanzen at first, and Belizik behind the plate. The 1-1. Curveball just missed the zone. One out, nobody on. Top of the second inning. Dortch couldn't handle the heat there, just able to tap it foul. Two-strike count. The pitch. Down low. Looked like the changeup there from Dupre. Payoff pitch. Misses away for ball 4. That's one thing that Gavin did a really nice job of last season, was limiting walks. In 40 innings of work, he walked just 8 batters. That the first walk he has surrendered this season. Daniel Parker now up to the plate. He takes a strike. Dupre getting started off right. Runner on first is Dortch. I'll check on him, keep him close. Hillgrove has not posted stats in years online that I could access. So I don't know how aggressive they are when it comes to stealing bases. They were a team that played a lot of small ball when Creekside faced them a couple years ago. They were not afraid to lay down bunts. And Creekside just didn't really have an answer to it. Runner on the go. Pitch swung on and missed for a strike. Belizik's throw to second. Not in time. Belizik wanted interference from Parker, who swung a little late there. Runner in scoring position with one away in the top of the second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball away. A look over at second. And a foul ball off the bat of Daniel Parker. Parker is committed to play at the next level at the University of West Alabama. Runner looking for third. Throw from Belizik, not in time. It was a good jump on the steal. And Chris King coming out to talk with Gavin Dupre. Not sure what the message was right there, but Chris King was not happy. 3-2. Skied to left. Jackson running after it. He makes the catch. It will bring a run home on a sacrifice fly. Good base running from Donovan Dortch. Sets up the sacrifice fly, and Hillgrove strikes first in the second inning. Base is now empty. 2 outs in the inning. I believe that was a called ball. It looked like the home plate umpire was making the motion for a strike and then kind of stopped himself. Count on the boards 1-1. Now 2-1 count. Good pitch from Dupre. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs and 1 run in the top of the second. Morton's got it, and that will end the inning. Hillgrove does plate 1 on the sacrifice fly. 1-0 our score as we enter the bottom of the second on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Bottom of the second inning here at Lowndes, where Creekside and Hillgrove facing off in the Florida-Georgia Challenge. Michael Bysham leading things off for Creekside as the Knights now down a run after the sacrifice fly in the top half of the second. They've got the bottom of the order coming up in Bysham, Romeo, and Benechek. And Michael Bysham in a 2-0 count. He's got fond memories out here at Lowndes. Had a big-time home run a couple of years ago against Florida Christian. This one a soft chopper to third. Throw on to first will get Bysham. 1 down in the second.
Next up, number 16, Anthony Romeo.
Well, that'll bring up Anthony Romeo. Getting the start at second base for Creekside. First pitch swinging, this one out towards second. Throw in time to first base. 2 down.
Next up, number 2, Aiden Benechek.
The one thing for Creekside yesterday that was an improvement, though they only had 2 runs, 4 hits, wasn't a great day at the plate. They only struck out 4 times, which was a massive improvement from the first couple games of the season in which the Knights combined for 24 strikeouts. Benechek with a hard ground ball to short. Throw is in time. A 1-2-3 inning in the second. 1-0 Hillgrove takes their lead into the third on Schlick Sports. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their selection on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Third inning of action on Schlick Sports as Gavin Dupre starts off Mac Winan with a first pitch strike as that one fouled back to the backstop. Dupre held the Hawks hitless in their first 2 innings, but Donovan Dortch was able to reach on a walk, stole a couple bases, and that set up a sacrifice fly, allowing them to score their only run of the game. 2-1 count on Winan. This one sent into center field. That's down for a single. Leadoff man on board, and that brings up Manley. Trying to get a bunt down the catcher, Manley. Count goes to 0-1. Pulled back the bunt and looked like he was going with the regular approach right there. Now showing bunt. Quick pickoff move to first. Dupre settles back in on the rubber. Manley going back to the bunt, pulls back. 2 balls and a strike. Runner on the go. Pitch a ball, throw to second. Got him! Connor Belizik guns another man down on the bases. 1 away. Count runs full after Manley fouls that away. Dupre's 3-2. Down the left field line, that's trouble. Should be extra bases as Manley takes the turn at first on his way to second, and he is in with a double. Back to the top of the order, and Avery Wilson. Manley heads back to the dugout, fired up. Looks like Bryson Hicks, the courtesy runner for the catcher. Wilson grounded out to third his first time up. Swings through the fastball. Count evens up at 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Slowed it down with the changeup right there. Dupre in control, trying to put Wilson away. Comes set. The two-strike offering will have to wait as he looks back, the runner Hicks. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. It's a drop third strike. Belzik makes the throw. Hicks came off the base. It's close at second. And they got him! It's a double play on a strikeout. Heads up from Blanzett at first. The Knights get out of the inning. On to the bottom of the third. Still 1-0, Hillgrove. Taking a look here at the locker room at Lowndes, the Vikings living well. Quite the setup for high school baseball. They got a couple TVs hooked up to PlayStation in there, pool, foosball, you name it. Quite the setup. As Creekside trailing Hillgrove 1-0 in the bottom of the third inning, and back to the top of the order, Hunter Schlegel. Chops one foul down the third baseline. Schlegel bounces one off the plate. A 2-2 count on the Creekside leadoff man. Bowen fires. Misses low for ball 3. There's ball 4. So Schlegel on base. Leadoff man setting things up for Parker Morton. He grounded out to short his first time up. Morton showing bunt. That one goes off the glove of the catcher Manley to the backstop. Schlegel will take second with ease. Runner in scoring position for the Knights. And we'll see now with Schlegel in scoring position. Do you still want to try for the bunt with Morton? Morton again shows bunt. Has to pull back as that one came way up and in. And Schlegel will get to third. Are they calling that a foul ball?
Come on, Blue.
Parker, you could hear Parker Morton saying it didn't hit anything. And they're going to rule it hit him. So, interesting call there. And now Hillgrove is going to come out and argue this. I'm nearly 100% sure I heard Morton himself say it didn't hit anything. So, if I'm Hillgrove, I wouldn't be too happy with that call. And it looks like we'll leave Morton on first on a hit by pitch. So Belizik to the plate with runners on first and second. Nobody out in the bottom of the third. Belizik trying to do some damage. Gets this one into left. Schlegel to third, rounding the base. He is headed for home, and he will score. An RBI single for Connor Belizik. Creekside on the board. First pitch swinging, and Belizik did some damage. A lot of velocity on the coming off the bat, a worm burner into left. Schlegel with an aggressive turn. King sent him home, and that's going to do it for Tucker Bowen. Creekside with runners on first and second and one run in the bottom of the third inning when we return after this pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, New customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Time for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you are ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. Nadir Jackson, the man in relief of the starter Bowen, who is responsible for the runners on first and second. Creekside with 1 run in the bottom of the third, tying this one up. Still nobody out. And the heart of the order coming up, Tavern Blanzit, trying to make this a big inning. The 1-0. Swung on and popped up on the infield. Aguilar calling for it. And the second baseman will make the play. 1 gone. Jackson to the plate now. He was hit by a pitch in the first. At the very least here, just looking to advance the runners. Get it to Libby with 2 in scoring position. Jackson shows bunt, pulls back. Called it a ball. 1-0. And now David Richardson arguing that Jackson attempted the bunt, which I don't know if that would be the call. The infield umpire thinks so. I don't have too many words to describe that. I try my best not to critique on here. It looks to me on that last one that Jackson didn't make an attempt on the baseball. Pulled back in plenty of time. Oh, 2 on Jackson. Down and away for ball 1. That one gets to the backstop, and both runners will advance 90 feet. Morton on third. Catchell Reese, who is running for the catcher, Belizik, over to second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 in scoring position with 1 away in the bottom of the third. Jackson comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That brings up Livy. 2 outs in a big spot. The junior Libby looking for his first hit of the season. Also got a base open at first that Jackson could use if he doesn't want to attack Libby very much right here. You don't have to give him something to hit. Or you don't have to necessarily force strikes. One 0 misses away. 2 balls, no strikes, a hitter's count for Jonah Libby. Two on, 2 out. The pitch. Catches the zone for strike 1. Upstairs, ball 3. 3-1 count. There is a base open on first. We'll see how aggressive Jackson wants to be with this pitch. Libby will call time. The 3-1 to the plate. Called strike 2. Full count on Libby. The pitch. Skied to center. Wilson calling for it. And he makes the catch to retire the side. Creekside does get one on the RBI single from Belizik, but leave 2 in scoring position. 1-1, back even on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Now batting for Hillgrove, number 20, Alan Aguilar.
Top of the 4th inning, 1-1 ball game on Schlick Sports. The second baseman, Alan Aguilar, up to the plate. Sends one foul. 0-2 count. Ground ball to third. Morton will retire Aguilar for out number 1 in the 4th inning.
Next up, number 22, Carson Vick.
The Hawks were able to get a couple base runners in the 3rd. One on a single, one on a double. However, 2 outs on the base paths put an end to anything they had going. Saw a strikeout double play to end the inning. Wasn't a strike him out, throw him out. It was a drop third strike. And the runner, Hicks, who was running for Manly, was too far off at second, so Bland's at the first baseman, threw the ball to second base, and Hicks couldn't get back in time. Not something you see too often. Time called at the plate. Dupre's 1-2. Sent to second. Romeo's got it. Throw in time to first base. 2 outs in the fourth. That brings up Chase Hicks.
Number 7, Chase Hicks.
The first baseman flew out to right back in the second. Full windup. Dupre misses up and in for ball 1. Curveball can't find the zone. That curve has got nasty movement on it. He's able to follow that up with a lively fastball. Not an easy at-bat if you're standing in the batter's box. Fastball got away from Dupre, 3-1. Finds the outer half of the strike zone. 2 outs in the inning, nobody on base. The 3-2 from Dupre. Foul back. Hicks able to stay alive. Another 3-2. Up and in ball 4. 2 out base runner on the walk. That brings up Dortch. He scored the only run of the game for Hillgrove so far. Reached on a walk, swiped a couple bases, and then was able to score on a sacrifice fly from Daniel Parker. Dupre with a little smile on the mound as he delivers. The 2-0. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Two outs in the top of the fourth. Dupre trying to end the inning. Curveball sent into center field. That's down for a hit. A base knock for Donovan Dortch. And a couple 2-out base runners able to reach. Daniel Parker trying to do something with it. Fastball is popped up on the infield. Benechek makes the call and makes the catch to end the inning. Dupre pitches out of a little two-out jam. On to the bottom of the fourth. 1-1 between Creekside and Hillgrove. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their selection on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Bottom of the fourth inning now on Schlick Sports. 1-1 game between Creekside and Hillgrove. Michael Bysham will lead things off for Creekside. Called strike. Little tapper on the infield. This could be close. Throw to first is up the right field line. Bysham digging for second. He slides in safely. Creekside gets a man into scoring position on the throwing error from Carson Vick. Creekside scored a run in the bottom of the third, left a couple still on base on second and third. But the Knights offense faring a little better today than they have early on this season. Got to find a way to get a few more runs up on the board. Bysham takes his lead out at second. Showing bunt, Romeo pulls back, and it's called strike one. Again, showing bunt is Romeo. There's ball one. Creekside is 6-6 all time in these out-of-state matchups. Romeo gets the bunt down. That's a fair ball. Throw will go to first, and it will beat out Romeo. But a good bunt moves Bysham to third. A sac bunt from Romeo, and that brings up Benechek. Creekside last year came up with 2 wins against Georgia teams. One against Camden County, one against Colquitt County. Bysham on third, infield in. Benechek sends this one to first base. Hicks fields, steps on the bag for out number 2. Bysham will have to stay put at third. 2 down, and that brings up Schlegel.
Next up, number 8, Hunter Schlegel.
That one just hit a little too hard to first. Bysham would not have been very likely to score had he been sent home. Schlegel takes up high for ball one. Swings and misses at a strike. Schlegel trying to come through in the fourth. Checks his swing, called a strike, 1-2. Jackson, his 2-strike pitch, down in the dirt. Ball 2. Go ahead run 90 feet away for the Knights. 2-2 count with 2 away. Here it comes. Swung on and sent towards first. That one off the glove of Hicks, and Schlegel will reach. An infield single gives the Knights the lead. It's 2-1 in the fourth. Schlegel hit that ball hard. A nice job by Chase Hicks just to keep that in the infield. The Knights get a 2-out base hit, and they take their first lead of the game. That's got to feel good for the Creekside Knights. They left 4 in scoring position in this game, and it's been a big-time struggle, especially with 2 outs. Pickoff move, Schlegel back safely. But that's got to do a lot for your confidence just to get one in that scenario. I think that's the big thing for Creekside right now, is just building confidence at the plate, but especially in those situations with runners in scoring position. This one mishandled by Vick. Throw to first is just in time to get Morton, and that will end the inning. But Creekside takes the lead on an infield single from Hunter Schlegel. 2-1 Knights as we enter the fifth on Schlick Sports. We got a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. Gavin Dupre had himself a nice start. Final line for the Knights starter, 4 innings, allowing 3 hits, 1 run. He walked 2 while striking out 1. He had a 70-pitch limit for this game. That was his pitch count. He was at 69 after 4, and Creekside will bring in Nat Bisham, making his first appearance of the season, coming back from an injury, and good to see him taking the mound. Been a huge part of the Knights' rotation for the past couple years, and he enters in the 5th inning to take on the bottom of the order for the Hillgrove Hawks. Bisham coming off of a great year. He appeared in 12 games, starting 9 of them. Led the Knights in innings pitched with 48 1/3. Carried a record of 4-2 and an ERA at 2.03. He struck out 44 while walking 20. One-0, nasty breaking ball. Had Hicks reaching out at that one with no chance of hitting it. Goes back to it. Hicks able to lay off of that one. Full windup and the 3-1. That's strike 2. Bisham's fastball was up into the low 90s over the summer. See if he goes back to the heater. Yes, he does. Little late on it was Hicks, fielded by Romeo, and he throws on to Blanzit for out number 1. One down in the top of the 5th inning. And Winan up to the plate. I believe it's actually Winan. Going with the PA announcer. Originally. The 1-0. Fastball. Tried to check his swing. It wouldn't have mattered, as that one in the zone. The 1-1. Another heater and another strike. You can hear that ball sing as it heads to the plate. Goes to the breaking ball. That one blooped out to right. And the catch is made by Josh Huber. Or no, Jonah Leiby. Thought the Knights made a substitution out there for a second, but saw that wrong. 2 outs in the 5th. Here's Liam Manley. Sends one foul out of play. Jam shot over to second base. Romeo's got it for out number 3. And in his return, Bisham tosses a 1-2-3 frame. Creekside nursing a 2-1 advantage when we return on Schlick Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. taking a look out at the left field scoreboard that paints a picture of how we've got here. Creekside has played a run in each of the last 2 innings, and they lead 2-1 over the Hillgrove Hawks. The Knights have brought in runs courtesy of Hunter Schlegel and this guy up at the plate, Connor Belizick, who've each got RBI singles in this game. The count sitting at 2-0. Belizick takes up high for ball 3. Is smoked. That one is foul. Had home run distance, but was about 50 feet left of the pole. The 3-1. Swung on and lined over the head of the shortstop, Dortch, into left field. Belizick takes the turn. He's trying for second. He is called out at second base. Belizick cannot believe it.
Next up, number 7, Tyler Blanson.
1 away. That was close. Bang, bang out at second. As Blanzett takes ball 1. Yeah, it looks to me like he was just out at second. Close play. Two 2-1 on Tavern Blanzett. And it looks like the pitcher Jackson a little shaken up maybe. Something going on with his hand? The 2-1 fought back. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Tavern Blanzett. Jackson fires, and that hit him. The 3rd hit batsman of the game for Creekside. Blanzett takes first base. That brings up Jackson. Blanzett, not a big threat to steal over on first base. Bounced off the plate towards third. Could be a close play at first. A good throw in time from Carson Vick.
Next up, number 20, Jonah Levy.
2 outs in the 5th. Sam Chung will run out. to second base to a run for Blanzett. Jonah Leiby with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. This is his 3rd time up to the plate with runners in scoring position. He's flown out to center both times previously. The 0-1. Leiby takes a ball. The 1-1. Swung on, line drive into center field. This one could score Chung. He's coming around third to the plate. The throw is to the backstop. Jonah Leiby in at second. The throw goes into right center field. Leiby on his way to third. He will put on the brakes there. Jonah Leiby comes through, and the Knights lead 3-1. Man, he got a hold of that baseball. Able to come around to third on the base paths. Not a bad way to collect your first career hit. Jonah Leiby extends the Creekside lead. Now Bisham up the middle, and that's down for a base hit. 4-1 Knights. Bisham yelling to the dugout. He's fired up. Signs of life in this Creekside offense as they start to add on. 4 runs in the last 3 innings for Creekside, and still a chance for more.
Next up, number 16, Anthony Romeo.
Romeo 0 for 1 in this game. Had a sacrifice bunt his last time up that advanced Michael Bisham to third. Now a pickoff move, and Michael Bisham is back safely on first. Bisham trying for second, and he's in safely. Michael Bisham in scoring position. It was a late jump. Was that like a purposeful, like delayed steal? Manley was not ready for it behind the plate. No one was. Now Bisham going for third. This one is through into left. Bisham heading for home, and he will score without a throw. Anthony Romeo brings in Bisham, and the scoring parade continues. 5-1 Knights. First career hit, first career RBI for Anthony Romeo. Hudson Hyatt now trying to join the party. First pitch strike. Pickoff move. Back in plenty of time, Romeo. Hyatt drove in a run yesterday. Going for second and caught stealing Anthony Romeo. And that will end the inning. Creekside puts 3 more up on the scoreboard. Coming off singles from Libby, Bisham, and Romeo. To the 6th inning we go. It's 5-1 Creekside. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Leadoff batter for Hillgrove, number 3, Avery Wilson.
Top of the order up for the Hillgrove Hawks in the top of the 6th inning. Creekside with 5 unanswered runs, and Matt Bisham out on the mound. Set him down 1-2-3 in his first inning of work out of the bullpen, his first inning of the season. Misses on his first pitch to Avery Wilson, the Kennesaw State Owl commits. Swings and grounds one into left. A base hit for Wilson. Leadoff man reaches here in the 6th inning.
Now by the number 20, Alan Aguilar.
Hillgrove looking for a response. They've been relatively quiet in this game offensively, just 4 hits. They've been caught on the base paths a few times, and that has not helped their cause offensively. Another pickoff move, and again back safely Wilson. Another pickoff move, and a nice save by Tavern Blansett. Another pickoff move, and again he's safe. And another pickoff move, and again he's back safe. Bisham just messing around. He's laughing out on the mound. Oh, there's another. He's just trolling at this rate. Wilson's laughing on first. Bisham still smiling out on the mound. Spins one that misses. I might have been called a strike, but I think Belizik kind of hopping up, looking towards first. Wasn't really able to sell it. That strike evens up the count at 2-2. There's strike 3 looking. Alan Aguilar down on strikes, 1 away. And that brings up the third baseman, Vic.
Carson Vick.
The Knights making a substitution out in the field. Michael Bysham heading to the dugout. He'll get warmed up. Will most likely come in to pitch the 7th. Josh Huber out in right field, and Jonah Shields moves to left. Zach Jackson shifts over to center. And again, Libby in left, Jackson in center, and Huber in right. Three-one on Carson Vick. One on, one out. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. 4, 6, 3. Double play. Creekside looking for some more insurance before the 7th. 5-1 Knights on Schlick Sports. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their selection on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Bottom of the 6th inning now as Aiden Benachek leading things off for Creekside. It will be 9-1-2. Aiden Benachek has had, I think, 4 last names today on PA. It's a tough job. I think the last one was Brochet. He became French. Did I hear that right? Yeah. Just a bit up and inside. New pitcher for Hillgrove in this pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. John Paulino Walks Benechek on 4 pitches, and that brings up Hunter Schlegel. Runner goes, Schlegel fouls it off. Runner on first, nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Creekside with the 5-1 lead. Before the 1-2 pitch, we'll get a pickoff move to first. Trying for second and taking second without a throw is Aiden Benechek. A runner in scoring position and a 2-2 count for Hunter Schlegel. Two cut on and sent to first. That will advance the runner to third. 1 out. Sometimes that's all you gotta do, just advance the runner. And now Benechek 90 feet away with 1 out. Parker Morton trying to bring him in. Infield in. Curveball, strike. Another curveball. This one goes high. One on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. Benechek broke for home, a hit and run, and it works to perfection. Benechek scores, and it's an RBI single for Parker Morton. Well, Chris King looks like he just had a heart attack on the third base line. And judging off of what I'm hearing behind me, the conclusion is it was a missed sign for a squeeze. Benechek stopped about halfway down the third base line. Morton made it work. (6-1) Creekside now our score. Turned into a great game for the Knights on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. John Pellino, the sophomore, to the plate, and it is fouled away. Connor Belizik 3 for 3 with 3 singles and an RBI. Got caught trying to extend a single into a double back in the 5th, his last time up. Pickoff move would have had Morton, but it was mishandled. Instead, Parker Morton into scoring position. Now he's going for third. Stops halfway. Nolan was covering second. Heads up base running. Could you call this trip out to the field like failing upward for Parker Morton? Missed a sign. Dead to rights at first on a pickoff move, but it's worked perfectly. Fly ball right field. That's got some carry. Going back on it is Parker. It is dangerous. It is off the wall. Morton rounding third. He will score. Still unable to pick up the ball as Parker. Falling around third was Belizik. A run scores and Connor Belizik is hurt. Standing back up on his feet. He's up and walking back to the dugout. He slipped on the base. And hopefully he's all right. Belizik now 4 for 4, 2 RBIs, and a triple for him right there. Now 7-1 Knights is Blands it. A towering fly ball to right. That one's dangerous. It is gone! Tavern Blands it. Plays long ball. 9-1 Creekside. First career home run for Tavern Blands it. This Knights offense is woken up in a big way. I think we've learned that Creekside's due for a home run here every year now. The Knights not normally much of a power hitting team, but this ball flies at Lowndes. Fastball up and into Josh Guy, hitting for Zach Jackson. Two one, swung on and missed. 2-2. Fights one off with 2 strikes, staying alive. Creekside has blown this one open with 9 unanswered runs in the past 4 innings. A full count on Josh Guy. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 away. And now the first career plate appearance for Austin Catchell-Reese.
22, Austin.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. Puts one in play to right field. Catch is made by Daniel Parker, and that will end the inning. Creekside adds on 4 more, highlighted by the 2-run home run from Tavern Blanzett. On to the 7th. Creekside looks to shut this one down when we return on Schlick Sports. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their selection on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Time for another pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. Drew Williams on in the 7th. Looking to put a bow on this one as Creekside has exploded to a 9-1 lead. First man he faces hitting for Chase Hicks is Benny Arredondo. Sends one out to left. Catch is made by Catchell-Reese. 1 away. That'll bring up Donovan Dortch. Matt Bysham in his season debut out of the bullpen goes 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. Williams making his 2nd appearance of the season. In his first against Atlantic Coast, went 1 inning, didn't allow any runs, struck out 1 hitter. The 2-2, close, but just ball 3, just off the plate. Full count. Chopper, charging, unable to handle it. Bryce Wade. Dortch will reach on a infield single. Put together a nice day quietly. 2 singles and a walk. 2 stolen bases and a run scored. Hitting for Daniel Parker and the Hillgrove Hawks, Cale Cook. Down 0-2. Williams rears back and fires. Laced down the right field line, a foul ball. Curveball missing high. Other defensive substitutions for Creekside. Catchell Reese in left. Bryce Wade at third. Landon Elliott behind the plate. And Joey Dugo out at second. Fastball up high, 2-2. Two-strike offering. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Hillgrove down to their last out. It'll be Jaden Bivens. Two outs in the inning. Dortch the runner on first. First pitch to Bivens. Curveball leaves it up high, 1-0. Popped up, and that is out of play. Inside. Sounded like it hit someone, must have hit the glove. Dortch will advance into scoring position on the wild pitch. The 2-1. Down low, ball 3. The 3-1. Outside ball 4. 2 on, 2 out. That brings up Weenan.
Now batting number 33, Max Wyman.
First pitch to Weenan. Foul back, strike 1. Oh, 1 offering finds the zone, and the Hawks down to their last strike. Williams comes set. The delivery. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Williams shuts the door, and Creekside comes into Valdosta and takes this one 9-1 over the Hillgrove Hawks. A big-time win for the Creekside Knights. Great performances on the mound. The offense comes alive, and the Knights cruise to a big-time win over Hillgrove. That'll do it for our Georgia coverage this week. We will return on Wednesday as Creekside will take on Lincoln in their home opener. But until then, I'm Noah Schlick Sports signing off, saying see you next time here on Schlick Sports.